Well, I remember the very first visit that I did actually to China. It was 1973 and I was a young boy. I came with my dad and he wanted to come here and experience the culture and see what it was like. And my dad saw so much potential in the people that were here, and he saw how the Amway values were reflected in what people wanted for their lives and for their families. He knew back then that Amway would help them achieve their dreams. A little more than 20 years after that, we cut the ribbon on the facility here in China, and it's the start of our incredible journey. And since then, there have been many opportunities to celebrate. There's always something happening here. There have been some challenges along the way as well. But with every obstacle we face, you've adapted. You've found new ways forward, and we've done it all together. So we're grateful for your partnership. And partnership truly is the cornerstone of Amway, and all of us. Well, it's as important today as when Dad and Rich started the business more than 60 years ago. But along the way, you've earned a great reputation. Over the years that I've spent coming here, I've met many dignitaries, had different meetings with them. But I remember many years ago meeting the mayor of Shanghai, and he was curious about Amway. I remember talking with him, and he asked me, he said, what makes Amway so successful? Is it the products? Is it the plan? What is it? I said, products and plan are important, but there's something more important. It's the people. Everyone in this room is truly the driving force behind Amway's success. But I remember we celebrated another anniversary, Amway's 50th in 2009. It's a good time to celebrate. It's a lot like this one. It was a bit sad for me because Dad had already passed away and he wouldn't be at the event. But I did get a chance to talk to my group, and we made something special. We made a hologram of Dad talking. Well, I remember the whole event was going great. Finally, towards the last day, Rich got on stage and he talked about the future, and the whole audience applauded. But then, Rich introduced my dad, and the room went silent. Because all of a sudden, that hologram of my dad was on the podium and on the stage, and he started talking. And I remember that moment as if it was yesterday. Dad talked about challenges, but more importantly, he talked about the future. He said the future is almost always more remarkable than we can imagine. He said we can't always just rely on the experts. We've got to believe in ourselves. You can't predict the future, but you can follow your dreams. Well, when I think back to that first visit in China, I was a young boy looking around, and now, look at us today. I think Dad couldn't have been more right. Remember, set your sights high and believe that if we continue to work together while staying true to those values, the future will be more remarkable than we could ever imagine. Congratulations, everybody.